Chapter 2. The following day, I was awakened by a soft knock at my bedroom door. I quickly removed the fluffy pearl-colored blankets from over my head. As I rolled over with my eyes sealed shut, I slowly squinted to the bright sun shining through the sheer white curtains. Before I could open my eyes enough to look at the alarm clock, another round of knocks rang out. It appeared to be 10 minutes past 8. Normally, I'd sleep in until at least 11, but Ramon was an early bird. He was always on the move, so it seemed like he had very little time for sleeping. Ramon slowly opened my bedroom door as he peeped around the corner. I sluggishly sat up in bed with crust in the cracks of my eyes. I smiled as if I was happy to be in his presence, but all I really wanted to do was get about 3 more hours of undisturbed sleep. Ramon came closer to the bed, carrying a wooden tray with a plate of food on top. He slowly placed the tray across my lap, careful not to spill the glass of orange juice. He then went to sit down on the bed, but before he did, he froze midair.
"Is it okay if I sit?"
he asked, cautious not to overstep. "Yeah, sure," I responded. I looked down at the tray of food and was impressed that he brought me breakfast in bed. It was sweet, thoughtful, and something that I had never experienced before. I positioned the plate in the middle of the tray and grabbed the fork from the napkin. Everything was placed on the plate perfectly. The omelet was covered in cheese and topped with fresh red tomatoes from the garden. Next to the omelet was 2 slices of crisp bacon and golden brown toast. To top it off, there was a bowl of chopped pineapples and strawberries next to the plate. It was something you'd see in a magazine or menu of an upscale restaurant. It was so picture-perfect that I didn't want to disturb it. Ramon sat down on the bed with his body facing me. He looked up at me and down at the plate of food, as if he was waiting for some sort of response. "They did an awesome job on this omelet," I said as I took a bite of the bacon.
"They? I feel so disrespected,"
he said, jokingly, with a smile on his face.
"I put a whole lot of thought, blood, sweat, and tears into that omelet. I mean, for real, those onions are extremely fresh."
"Oh," I shuddered. Did you make this?" There was no hiding the disbelief written all over my face. Granted, I was shocked, but my intentions were not to show it.
"Yes, I did. And when I say fresh, I mean really fresh. I picked them myself, then chopped and cried all over them,"
Ramon said with a smile. "Oh, I'm sorry. I thought maybe your chef cooked them. I didn't know. I mean, I'm not saying that you couldn't cook or nothing. I'm so sorry." I pleaded to Ramon, hoping that he would forgive me. As we were still learning about each other, I didn't know that cooking was one of his many talents. I couldn't help but feel stupid for not giving him credit where credit was due. And since he had an on-call chef, maid, gardener, and pool boy, I assumed he didn't cook or clean. I suppose it was foolish of me to think this way.
"No worries,"
said Ramon.
"I get it. That's cool. I hope you don't mind me waking you up, but I just wanted to see you before I head to work. I figured if I brought you breakfast in bed, it would make up for me waking you up so early."
"Well, it definitely saved you from a door slamming in your face," I said as we laughed together. "But really, this was very nice of you. No one has ever cooked me breakfast in bed before."
"Really?"
said Ramon, with all seriousness in his voice.
"Well, if I could cook you breakfast in bed every morning, I would."
As an awkward silence began to fill the room, Ramon stood up from the bed. He leaned over and planted a soft kiss on my forehead. The light from the window shined upon him so perfectly like an angel. In that moment, it reminded me of all the good things about him.
Hopefully I'll be able to get away from the office before it gets too late. If so, maybe you can wait for me for dinner,
Ramon said as he reached the door. His hand rested on the doorknob as he